Okay, guys, good evening and welcome back. Hope you can hear me properly. Let's start the class. And last week we didn't do the class because of a holiday. I think last Wednesday it was a poor holiday. That's why we didn't do the class. And today I'm going to continue the class. And today also I'm planning to do the sole trader accounts. Now, last time we finished, I guess, section number 24. Am I correct? Send me a thumbs up. Sorry, 25. Last time we discussed section number 25, right? So it's bit, right? Right. So last time we finished this one, section number 25. So we have discussed about this one, and I asked you to balance. Is it balancing or not? Can anyone tell me? I asked you to balance on balance. I didn't do it. Any update about the balancing? Is it balanced? So yes. Was it balanced or not? If it is balanced, can you tell me the balancing amount? Anyone? No. Just balance it. Huh? I'm not going to balance. Send me a thumbs up. I asked you to. Okay, if you want me to do, I'll do. But I want you to do it. Can you do it as a homework? Send me a thumbs up. Just balance and tell me whether it's balancing or not. I need the thumbs up. I mean the last question which we did. Question number 26, I guess. 26. So not 26. It's 25. I did this one, right? It was a good question. Why there was a few things. So about the loan adjustment, likewise, there are few main important things, right? So I can do, but balancing is up to you because you know how to balance it, right? So today let's start the question number 20. Next one, question number 26. Question number 26. Okay. Hope you have uh, draw the formats because I asked you to draw the formats and come, right? Question number 26. Draw the formats if you haven't draw the formats. Right? Every day make sure before the paper class you draw a format and come. Right? Whose business is this? This is Umar Shah's business, right? Umar Shah's business. Umar Shah's business. Right? So in number one, they're asking adjustments, right? Number one, I'm not going to do like adjustments. We don't need to do. 11 ledger accounts for the adjustments. No need. I'm not going to. Just let's do these two, P&L and SFP, right? So year ended 31st of March 2019, right? Yeah. Year ended 31st of March 2019. P&L sales revenue minus cost of sales, gross profit plus other income, deduct four types of expenses, net profit. For food, gross profit and the cost of sales and the other income and expense. Note number 1, 2, 3. Then in second one, they are asking SOFP, right? Marsha's business SOFP as at 31st of December 2019. 2019. So hope you know non-current assets, property, plant and equipment, key fuel lines, current assets, equity, liability, non-current liability, and the current liability. Is this format bit similar to our company accounts, right? Then notes, and remember round off everything to thousands, right? Round off everything to thousands. So you can see my first one cost of sales, then the second one other income. Third one is the expense list. I'll take down because we need more. Third one is expense list. Distribution, administration, other and finance. Third one is expense list. Right. Number 4 is PPE. Number 4, working is notice PPE. Number 3, expense list. Then keep lines for the workings. Okay. Draw the format and put raised hands. Then let's start together. I need faster. Huh? Don't waste the time because I gave it as homework. Send me a thumbs up. You know the formats, right? Hurry. Draw the formats and put raised hands. Then I can start. Remember, this is the PNL. Draw the format and put raised hands. We did many more things now. You know about the thing. Finish it and put raised hands. Right, nice. Right. Okay. So this is the PNL. Now it's all done, right? Okay. This is the SFP and these are the notes. Okay. Let's start the thing, right? So these are debit side and these are the credit side, right? Okay. Let's start from the number 1. One third of the cash fraud loss should be borne by the business, and the remaining part should be recovered from the sales employee salary in 5 equal installments starting from January 2019. The sales employees is paid a monthly salary of 1,500, and deductions for fines have been made for salaries in January, February, and March. Good adjustment. Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Am I audible to you? I need the thumbs ups. Right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So this is the first adjustment. Okay. First of all, let's go and see. Are there any cash shortage or cash frauds in here? Yeah, there is a cash shortage in here. In addition to that, there is no thing in here. You can see, right? There is a cash uh, shortage. You can see embezzlement, you know how to pronounce, right? Cash shortage, right? So this is cash shortage. This is the third one, right? Now, how is the cash shortage? That is cash shortage is you can see 3,000 is the cash formats, right? Right. Cash shortage is 3,000, right? Okay. You can see cash shortage, right? Now I'll go to the working. You can see cash shortage. That is 3,000. 3,000. Is it rounding off to thousands or not? No, right? Right. Should be one thought should be burned by the business. Okay. So out of this one third is borne by the business. That means that is 1,000, right? Divided by 3, that is 1,000, right? The remaining part should be recovered from the sales employee salary in 5 equal installments starting from the January 2019, right? So our business accounting period now, remaining part is how much? Remain, that is 2,000. That is 2,000. Send me a thumbs up. Remain is 2000. All good. It should be recovered from the employee salary in five sales employee salary in 5 equal installment, right? If you take 5 equal installment, how much? Yes, 400. 400 installment. Five, five, right? Right. Installment starting from the January 2019. The sales employees paid a monthly salary of 1,500, and the deductions for fines have been made from salaries in January, February, and March. Send me a thumbs up. විනාඩියක් දෙන්න. Right? Right. All right. Right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Now you can see. Then first of all, let's go and see. Right. Total. Then you can see. Then අපි එක හැම මාසෙම 400 ගානේ අඩු කරන්න. Right. Into 5 months. 5 months. 5 months. Right. Then බලන්න sales employee salary කියලා any amount we have paid in paid in here sales employee salary. Wages, sales staff's wages. You can see including sales staff wages, right? You can see including sales staff wages, right? Now it says you can see starting from January, the sales employees paid a monthly salary of 1,500. Deductions for the fines have been made from salaries in January to March. Then ඒගොල්ලන්ට equal පහකින් කපන්න. පහකින්. January, February, right. January, February, March, April, May. Then you can see our accounting period ends on when? 2009. Sorry, this is 2019 March 31st. Our accounting period ends on 2019 March 31st. December, March 31st. March 31st. Accounting period ends on 2019 March 31st. Now you can see our accounting period ends on only here. එතනින් ඉවරයි. හරි. All good. Send me a thumbs up. Then let's see the deductions. 400 into 3, how much? 1,200. So මේ දෙක මොකද කරන්නේ? Next accounting period එක. මේ fraud එක වෙලා ඉවරයි. So these two we concern as other receivables. Send me a thumbs up because we can't deduct it still. Why? The salaries are paid next accounting period. I need the thumbs up. these things we need to deduct from the employee salaries. But these things we need to record as other receivables, right? Hope it's clear to you, right? Now, first of all, remember, right? Remember now, you can see in here, right? The මෙතන බලන්න මේ you can see, right? Starting from the sales employees paid month salary of 1,500. දැන් මෙතන කියලා නැහැ මේක salary එකේ මොනවාද තියෙන්නේ කියලා නේද? Including sales staff wages. මේක pay කරපු ගානද relevant ගානද මොකක්ද කියලා හරියට wages including sales staff wages කියලා විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. Right? Including sales staff wages කියලා විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. Right? In here write something. In here write something, right? So in here write something, salary deduction not recorded. Salary deduction not recorded. Not recorded. Recorded, but paid correctly. කියන්නේ no, හරි එකක්. හොඳ adjustment එක. Salary deduction not recorded but paid correctly. කියන්නේ අපි salary ගෙවලා තියෙනවා හරියට. හැබැයි record කරලා නැහැ. දාන්න බලන්න thumbs up එක. හරිද? salary deduction අපි record කරලා නැහැ හරියට. හැබැයි ගෙවලා තියෙනවා. කියන්නේ cash වල ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. There is no any matter in the cash. Now first of all now tell me දැන් මේ stocks මොනවාද cash fraud එක ගන්න තියෙන්නේ මේක business එකේ expense එකක්. This 1/3 is business expense. Now what you need to do, go and record under other expenses, cash loss, cash frauds. Go and record under other expenses, cash frauds. Cash frauds. How much? 1,000. That is a business expense. Cash frauds 1,000. And you can see, right? Then let's say wages. In here you can see employee wages, right? This is you can see wages. Wages. How adjustment තියෙන්න පුළුවන් ඈ. Wages staff salaries වත් එක්කම තියෙනවා කීයද? 81,150 කියලා තියෙනවා. 81,150. Right? දැන් මේ අන්තිම මාස තුනට කීයක් ඒගොල්ලන් අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ? අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ 1,300 අඩු කළා ගෙවන්න ඕනේ. Deduction එක not recorded. Right? That deduction is not recorded. So what you need to do? That deduction you need to record it. Right? You need to record the deduction. And the remaining to this 800 is our receivable. By we need to then fraud එක වෙලා ඉවරයි. fraud එක already වෙලා ඉවරයි. එකෙන් අපි 1000ක් බෙයා කරගත්තා. හරි? fraud එක වෙලා ඉවරයි. එකෙන් අපි 1000ක් බෙයා කරගත්තා. right? දැන් ඉතින් අපි fraud එක වෙනම record කර අපේ මේක දැන් අතන තියෙන එකෙන් 1,200 අඩු කරා. And remember this 800 is our other receivable. Other receivable, right? Send me a thumbs up. Receivable salary deduction. Next accounting period එකේනේ කපන්න. Salary deduction. එතකොට මේ තාම ඊළඟ accounting period එක ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ. We need to record it. Right? Record it. Right? Okay. දැන් මෙතන මේක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා 1,503ක් ඈ. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මේ කියන්නේ දැන් pay දැන් මෙතන තියෙනවා including sales employee salary wages නේ. එතකොට 1,500 ගානේ monthly ගෙවන්නේ. Right? So ඒක record කරලා තියෙන්නේ just only 1500 multiplied by 12. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක ඇතුලේ තියෙන 18000 විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. 18000 වලින් අර 1000 salary deduction record කරලා නැහැ. දාන්න බාන්න thumbs up එක. ඒ කියන්නේ මේකේ මේ not only the මේ just only 1500 multiplied by 12 has been recorded. Now you know remove that 1200, right? To take the thing. A new one. Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? ඔය වගේ අමුතු අමුතු ඒවා එන්න පුළුවන්. Can you hear me? Right? All good? Okay. Nice. That is also done. First one done. Right? ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් හදාගන්න මෙතන. Just recorded salary deduction not recorded but paid correctly. Next one, number 2. Stock within a cost of 10,000 was sent to a customer on sale or return basis and was included in the sales and debtors. This stock has been returned by the customer but had not been received here in the warehouse by 2019 March 31st. Invoice price was markup to earn a 20% on gross profit. Right? Okay. Mark up to earn 20% gross profit on sales. Right. Then up here, what has happened? Let's see. Go to number 2. Is number 1. Just 2. Now, stocks with the cost of 10,000. Stock cost is 10,000. We have sent it to the customer based on sale or return basis, right? So, then you know, cost plus profit equal the selling price, right? Then අපි අපේ stock එකේ cost එක තමයි 10,000. Cost is 10,000. We don't know how much we kept as the profit and our selling price we don't know, right? This stocks has been returned by the දැන් මොකක්ද වෙනවද? You know, when we made a sale or return basis, right? When we made a sale on sale or return basis, if the time period expired or when the customer sell it, we need to identify as a sale, right? කියන්නේ අපි sale or return කියන්නේ මොකද? එක්ක විකුණලා විකුණන්න නැත්නම් අපිට return කරන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි stock sent on sale or return basis. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් හිතන business to business transaction වගේ තමයි ඒක. අපි කාට හරි දෙනවා. ඔබ විකුණපන් ඕක නැත්නම් ආයෙ මට return කරපන්. ඔබ විකුණලා එයා ගන්නේ එයා විකුණලා මට සල්ලි දෙන්න. දාන්න බන්න thumbs up. තේරුණාද? ඒතර එයා time period එයාට අපි time period එකකට දෙන්නේ. එයා time period එක පහුවෙන් time period එකට පහු වෙලා ඒ කියන්නේ දෙන time එතන මම හිතනවා 3 months. 3 months පහු වෙලත් එයා මට එවලා නැත්නම් it's my credit sale, right? එයා මට inform කරනවා. දැන් mistakenly what has happened, we sent on sale or return basis, we identify as a sale. That is incorrect. Why? Because the customer has been returned it. I need the thumbs up. Can you hear me? Right? Customer has been returned. Now we don't need to record as return inwards. Why? We sent on sale or return basis, customer return it. So customer return means it is not our sale. We need to remove it. No need to record as credit return inwards. Why? We sent the inventory to the customer stating sale or return basis, right? The customer again return it, which means customer don't need it. You know, sale or return basis we don't identify as a sale. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් හිතන්න අර ඔයාලට දැන් ඔක මතක තියෙනවා හිතන්න මේ දෙන්නේ තමයි අපේ business. yani business මේක our business අපි මෙයාට දෙනවා sell කරන්න එහෙම නැත්නම් return කරන්න. අන්න මම එයාට දෙන්නේ 3 months වල. right? 3 months. So within 3 months if he return it, ඉතින් ආයි මම ඒක sale එකක් විදිහට identify කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. sale or return basis දුන්නාම he has the right to return it. එතකොට එතන business එකේ කිසිම දෙයක් නැහැ. sale එකක්වත් return එකක්වත් මුකුත් නැහැ. හැබැයි 3 months ගිහිල්ලත් සද්දයක් නැත්තම් මුකුත්ම කියලා නැත්තම් ඒක මගේ credit sale එක. 3 months ඇතුළත එයා මට සල්ලි දුන්නොත් ඒ කියන්නේ cash sale එකක්. හරි මොකක් කියන්නේ ඒක එයා මට inform කරොත් sell වුණා කියලා. is our sale. right? දැන් මෙයා මොකද කරලා තියෙන්නේ? that customers was returned. right? okay. දැන් ප්‍රශ්නේ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ returned to the customer but had not been received in the warehouse by 31st of March 2019. දැන් මේක කස්ටමර් මට රිටර්න් කරලා හැබැයි අවුරුද්දේ කියන්නේ කස්ටමර් රිටර්න් කරලා වුණත් ඒක මගේ ස්ටොක් එකට ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ. يعني ෆිසිකල් අන්තිම දවසේ දැන් you know closing stock we calculate based on the physical count. Physical count එක කරන දවසේ ඒක නෑ business. So it's not in the even in the closing inventory as well. And mistakenly there are two mistakes. Not in the closing inventory as well as mistakenly we made a credit sale. Okay, so you can see now we invoice price was marked up to earn 20% gross profit on sales. එතකොට sales වලට නම් බලන්න මම කිව්වා selling price එකට 100, 20 and 80. Right? Okay. So you know we change the numerator and denominator, multiply by the required one. 10,000 divided by 80. 10,000 divided by 8. Multiply by 20. 2,500. 10,000 divided by 80 multiplied by 100. 10,000 divided by 8 multiplied by 100. That is 12,500. 12,500. Selling price එකටනේ අපි දාන්නේ. එතකොට මේක sales එකෙත් තියෙනවා debtors ළගෙත් තියෙනවා. Selling price එකටනේ දාන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒක වැරදි. We need to remove these two from there. And this cost we need to add to the closing inventory. I need a thumbs up. Closing inventory එකට මේක add කරන්න ඕනේ. මේ දෙක මේකෙන් අයින් කරන්න. ඇයි closing inventory මේක නෑ because last day වෙද්දිත් මේක ඇවිල්ලා නෑ. You need to add back to the closing. And we remove these two from the sales and debtors. Go to the sales and debtors, deduct 12,500 both. Go and see sales and debtors. යෝග හොඳයි business. You can see දැන් ඔයා මෙහෙම කරනවා නම් ඔක් කරද්දි මෙන්න මෙහෙම කරන්න. Sales and debtors when you are taking. මෙන්න මෙතන මෙහෙම කරන්න. Sales, you can see the given sales is how much? 115,807. 515,870. එකෙන් එතනින් අඩු කරලා පෙන්නන්න. That is 12,500. 12,500 from here. And you can see under current assets also trade receivables. Trade receivables. You can see trade receivables how much? In trade receivables. Go and see trade receivables. 70. You can see trade receivables are 71,280. 71,000. Taking තඩු කරන්න 12,500. 12,500 deduct. Code done. Right? 12,500 also done. Right. So we need to add back to the closing inventory. Go and see the closing inventory how much. The closing inventory. Stocks, closing inventory is given or not? Closing inventory දීලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Closing in ආමෙතින් closing inventory අපි add back කරන්න. Closing inventory අපි add කරන්න ඕනේ කීයද? That is we need to add the cost. You can see the costing that is 10,000. Closing inventory at you need to add 10,000. Right? Closing inventory ගද්දී when we calculate the cost of sales, you know, in here when we calculate the cost of sales also we need to add opening stocks plus purchases. Keep 2-3 lines. Closing stock. Closing stock at Gabdi, we need to add 10,000. Right. As at 2019 March 31st, businesses bank balance overdraft has not been reconciled with the bank. The bank statement contained the following: bank charges collected by the bank, rupees 16,000; debtors remittances directly received by the bank, 12,000; uh, a check of 8,000 deposited by the debtor, bounce name, correct it as return, right? Then non check, right? I'm giving single medium processing that take a put the translation is developed. Bana thumbs up. All good? Can you hear me? Right? Okay. Others? All good? Right. Now you can see, right? The business's bank balance has not been reconciled with the bank. Now, first of all, go and see how much the business bank balance. You can see business bank balance is the overdraft. How much? 26,900, right? You can see. So, business bank balance is 26,900. Remember, this is an overdraft, right? Bank balance is an overdraft. Can then may you know when we write the uh, bank balance, we take the adjusted bank balance. Again, අපි record කරන්න ඕනේ financial statements වල adjusted balance, right? දැන් මේක reconcile කරලා නැහැ. See? Bank statement එකේ තියෙනේව record වෙලා නැහැ, right? So we need to record it, right? Record it. You can remember every time. දැන් අපි SFP එකේ bank balance කියලා දාන්න ඕනේ හැමතිස්සෙම, right? ඔයා adjusted cash control account එක ගහනවා. Adjusted cash control balance, we need to take it, right? Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? We take the adjusted bank balance, right? All right. Right. Now, first of all, let's see, right? Let's see. Let's see, yeah. Let's go to the working. අපේ business එකේ cash control account එක ගමු. Cash control account. අපි ගහන adjusted cash control account. In here you can see the balance is how much? Balance is 26,000. How much we got? 26,900. 26,900. That was 26,900 initial balance. All right. 26,900. Right. Now you can see, right, what has happened. Bank charges collected by the bank, rupees 1,600. Bank charges not recorded, right? Bank charges not recorded. How much? 1,600. So the bank charges තියෙනවා නම්, you know, bank charges we credited, right? 1,600. And also, this bank charges is business finance expenses, right? Bank charge, business finance expense, 1,600. Debtor remittances directly received by the bank, 12,000 now. Debtor remittances. Debtor remittances. 12,000. එතකොට debtor remittances අපිට receive වෙලා තියෙනවා නම් cash එක adjust කරා. debtors lagenu 12,000 we need to remove, right? Then if when we take trade receivables, from trade receivables also we need to deduct how much? 12,000. 12,000, right? So debtors lagin හම්බෙච්ච ගානේ සල්ලි හම්බුනා නම් debtors අඩු වෙන්නේ not recorded, right? Not recorded. A check of 8,000 deposited by the debtor returned. So debtors ලා check එකක් දුන්න එකක් return වුණා නම්, right? Deposited check deposit කරද්දි we initially debited මේ balance එකේ debit කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Deposited check return. How much? That is 8,000. We need to, if the check was returned, you can see further we need to add 8,000 to the debtors. Why? The checks return, debtors should be increased by 8,000. Send me a thumbs up. Terunada, can you hear me? Am I audible to you? If the checks is returned, debtors should be increased from that amount, right? Now you can see how then ඇත්තටම හැමතිස්සෙම මත දෙන SOFP එකේ sorry SOFP එකේ හරි අපි පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ adjusted cash control balance 26,900 plus 1,600, 26,900 plus 1,600 plus you can see 8,000 plus the 8,000, you can see total is 36,500, 36,500, 36,500 minus 12,000, minus 12,000, you can see there's how much? 24,500, 24,500 DCE DBF 24,500, 24,500. Actually our correct cash control balance is 24,500. Still it's a credit balance, means still it's a overdraft balance. So you can't write under current assets. So when you are writing it under current liability, you know we write the N in bank overdraft, 24,500. Still it's a liability. ඒකත් එක්කම අපි අනිත් ඒවත් දාන්න ඕනේ. දාන්න බාන්න thumbs up එකක් අපි කලින් කරේ නෑ මේ වගේ එකක්. ඒක මේ ගාන පරණ වුණත් මම ගත්තේ. හරිද? මතක තියාගන්න. කියන ඔය bank reconciliation එකත් එක්ක දැන් අපි bank reconciliation එකක් නිකන් කරන්නේ. You know how bank reconciliation works? If we reconcile it at the same time, දැන් නිකන් නෙමෙයි දැන් හිතන්න there is a double entry. Then you know just දැන් මුලින්ම අපි cash control account එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා. After that we prepare the adjusted cash control account, right? Cash control. මේකේ තියෙන මේ closing balance එක තමයි එතනට ආවේ. If we adjust this one, there's a double entries as well. If there's a bank charge expense account debit, this is credit. Send me a thumbs up. Bank charge expense account goes to the P&L. Deposited checks return also, we need to again increase the debtors. If the debtor paid this amount, cash control debit, adjusted cash control debit, by these things actually should record in here. Since we missed it in here, now we record in the adjusted one. Because you know, we received the bank statement after the accounting period, and that's why we record under adjusted cash control. When we receive debtor remittances, this balance should be increased. So increase and it should credited to the debtors. And ඒගොල්ලෝ ඇත්තරම සල්ලි දාලා account එකට අපි දැනගන්න statement එක ආවම දාන්න බාන්න thumbs up. ඒතර ඇත්තරම අපි දැන්ට තියෙන debtors balance එක වැරදි. අඩු වෙන්න ඕනේ ඒක. So we record it. I need the thumbs ups. Let me know if you can understand, right? අපි theory පන්ති කරපු normal එකට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් වෙනස් type එකේ ඒවා. Right? All right. Done. That one also done. Number 4. The insurance account is made up as follows. Go and see the insurance account how much? 4,000 how much? 4,480. You can see insurance is how much? 4,480. This is our insurance. 4,480. Right? The insurance account is made up as follows. Umasha's life insurance 1,440. Right? Can making Umashage life insurance 1,480. Business insurance premium 2018 April 1st to December 2000. 4,480. Sorry, how much? 3,000. 3,000. 3,000. මේකේ තියෙනවලු මේ business එකේ එක how much? 3,480 තියෙනවා. 3,000. මේ Umasha is owner. This is the drawing. Right? This is the drawing, right? Right? Then the business insurance premium paid include 600 paid for electricity. දැන් මේක ඇතුලේ තියනවලු 600 electricity. අලකේ. හරිනේ මේ දෙකේ ටෝටල් එක මේක. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කියන්නේ 600 නෙමෙයි 2,400. The correct insurance is actually the 2,400, not 3,000. Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Am I audible to you? තේරුණාද? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Just wait. Right. Now you can see, then first of all, දැන්ට බලන්න දැන්ට ඇත්තටම අපි ගෙවපු electricity තියෙනවද කියලා? electricity කීයක් හරි තියෙනවද? බලන්න දැන්ටමත් ගෙවපු electricity කීයක් හරි තියෙනවද කියලා? electricity. Go and see whether we have paid any electricity. නෑ නේද? නෑ නේ. Discount allowed, motor vehicle, house rent, office expense, return outwards, නේද? Investment income, transport, there is no any electricity, right? Now when we record the electricity is separate thing, we can't mix the expenses, we need to separate the recorded, right? So when you are writing expense, you need to record electricity under admin 600, it's separate. Now when we take insurance, we can write only insurance how much? Actually the business insurance is 2,400, not 3,000. Why? It's the split of this one. So owner's personal thing, it's kind of a drawing 1,480, right? When you are that for 1,480 is drawing, so deduct under equity, capital plus net profit. From this we deduct drawing 1,480. 1,480. It's a business drawing. Separately we take. Nice. A definite depth of 8,000 will be bad and provision of for debt, doubtful debt should be adjusted for 5% for remaining debtors, right? Then you can see, first of all, go and there is a opening provision for doubtful debt, right? Which means actually now it's not the doubtful debt, we call it as provision for impairment losses, right? We call it as now what? Provision for impairment losses. Call it as what now? Provision for impairment losses. You can see there's a opening balance. How much? Opening there's a balance of 2,500. 2,500. There's opening balance of 2,500. Right now it says a definite depth of 8,000 will be bad. ඒ කියන්නේ bad debts වෙනවලු 8,000. දැන් බලන්න කලින් අපි කපපු bad debts තියෙනවද කියලා. يعني දැන් මේ තියෙන debtors ලගේ you can see. දැන් මේ අපි ගත්ත debtors ලා තියෙනවා. These are debtors. ගන්න ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. ඒ debtors ලගේ says 8,000 will be bad debts. 8,000 will be bad debts. අඩු කරන්න. දාන්න බාන්න thumbs up එකක්. Can you hear me? මේ debtors ලගෙන් 8,000 bad debts කියන්නේ we remove from here and we take it as bad debt. Bad debt. දැන් හරිම trade debtors ලා කීයද කියලා බලන්න. 71,280. 71,280 plus sorry minus 12,500. Minus 12,500 minus 12,000, right? 12,000. It minus 12,000. Again, we don't need to take it by plus 10 to minus that cutoff. How much is the trade receivables actually? 46,780. 46,780. Right? Right? 46,700. Now it says 5% from the remaining debtors we need to make as provision for doubtful debt. Okay. So you need to make a provision for doubtful debt 5%, right? So can you tell me 5% to that? So BCD and here 5% to that, which this value 46,780 into 5%. 2,339. You can see here 2,339. That is the BCD, right? BCD. ඔයා දන්නවා අනිවාර්යෙන්ම තව පොඩි එකක් තියෙනවා. ඔයා දන්නවා එතනින්ම අපි අඩු කරලා පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ closing trade receivables ලගෙන් මතක ඇති ඕගලන්ට අපි මේක අඩු කරලා පෙන්නන්න. Debtors ලගෙන් we need to remove it. Can you remember? Send me a thumbs up. අපි එතනින් අඩු කරලා පෙන්නනවා මතකද closing. Provision for impairment losses. මේ ඔක්කොම adjustment කරලා තියෙන්නේ වීඩියෝ ලස්සනට තියෙනවා. අපි ගොඩාක් ගණන් ඇදුවා soul trade. ඒක අපි ටිකක් පරක්කු. ඒක සමහර ක්ලාස් වල partnership උත් යනවා. මොකද මම ඉස්සරහට ස්පීඩ් කරනවා. අපි soul trade මන්දර වීඩියෝ බර තාගනක් කරා. දාන්න බාන්න thumbs up එකක්. soul trade තමයි වගේ බේස් එක. ඉස්සරහ හැම එකකටම වගේ බේස් එක soul trade. මතක adjustment අපි ගොඩාක් කතා කරා. හැම එකෙන්ම වෙනම කතා කරා. මගේ මේ මාසේ plan එක තියෙනවා. මම theory class එකේ there will be some extra classes during August to finish the NPO and start the next is incomplete record. So I'm going to finish the NPO and start the not-for-profit organization. Right? Sorry, the incomplete records sooner. Right? Okay. Now we need to remove that value is how much? Closing value is 2339. 2339. Deduct it from here. We deduct it from here. Hope it's clear to you. So provision for impairment losses. So once you deduct it, just see 2500. There's 161. There's the 161 here. It goes to P&L which side? It goes to the P&L credit side. P&L credit side means what? Is a over provision. We never record it under other income. We deduct it under expenses. 10 year thumbs up again. This is the over provision, which means last year we made a move. That's why over provision. Make a වැඩි නම් මේකට වඩා يعني P&L එකේ මෙතනින් යනවා කියන්නේ credit පැත්තට යනවා income පැත්තට යනවා, right? So you can write impairment losses income පැත්තට යනවා නම් income විදිහට ලියන්නේ 161 we deduct from here under distribution. 161 we deduct from here. Right? පරණ LMS එකේ paper class එකේ upload කරලා තියෙන past paper discussion video ඉවර කරගන්න. දාන්න බාන thumbs up එකක්. Right? Hope it's clear. පරණ ඒවා ඉවර කරගන්න. Right. So bad debts and the impairment losses. Right? This is the adjustment. Right? And it balanced into 2500. 2500. Right? 2500. Right. Next one. Closing stock cost was 87,500. Net realizable value was 114,500. If the net realizable value is higher than cost, we don't care. Right? You know, we take the low of the cost of the net realizable value. And හැම එකෙන්ම අරගාන වැඩි වෙන්නේ. 87,500 increased by 10,000. අරගානටවත් වැඩි වෙන්නේ. 87,500. So 87,500. So plus 10,000 means 97,500. Right? In here, so when we take it plus 87,500 totally 97,500. Right? 87,500. 97,500. Right. Motor vehicle should be depreciated 20% on cost. First of all, go and see what are our non-current assets. Our non-current assets are motor vehicles, only that motor vehicle. No any land, building, computers are there, computers. Motor vehicle cost is 150,000, right? Motor vehicle cost is 150,000. Motor vehicle cost is 150,000. 150,000. Right? Cost is 150. You can see it says motor vehicle should be depreciated 20% on cost. So 150,000 into 20%, how much? 30,000. 150,000 multiplied by 20 divided by 100, that is 30,000. Can we go and see how much the provision for depreciation? Motor vehicle 25,000 previous there. This year 30,000, right? That is 30,000. 25,000 plus 30,000. You can see totally accumulated depreciation of 55,000. 55,000. Net value you can write 150 minus 55 how much? That is 95,000. 95,000. 150 plus 55,000. 150,000 minus 55,000, that is 95,000. Remember, make sure write motor vehicle depreciation under expense. Go and write this year motor vehicle depreciation 30,000 under distribution expense. Here depreciation is an expense, right? Done. Then in addition to that, I can see in addition to that, there's a computer, right? Computer we don't depreciate. Computer is also non-current asset. Just write it and keep. Since computers are not depreciated, computers cost is how much? Cost is also 75,000. 75,000. We don't depreciate it, or the net value also the same 70,000. 75,000. Right. All right. Next one. Focus on interest should be received on investment. 4% interest should be received on investment. Right. So, right. Now see, look here. Look here. Now be careful. No, you got on the adjustment. 4% interest should be received on investment. Right. දැන් බලන්න අපිට කීයක් හරි හම්බෙලා දිනවද ඔන්න බලන්න. Right. Now you can see there are three things, right? Investment is a non-current asset, right? 100,000. That is a non-current asset. It's obvious. Investment is a non-current asset. 100,000. Investment is a non-current asset, right? Now 4% is should be receivable, right? Now let's see investment income 100,000 into 4%. 4%. How much relevant for the period? You can see that is 4,000. Then if we draw investment income account, you can see ගිය අවුරුද්දෙත් හම්බෙලා නැති ගාණක් තියෙනවා. See, investment income අවුරුද්දේ මුලට තියෙනවා 1000 හම්බෙන්නේ. Balance brought forward 1000. We did receivable income. Send me a thumbs up. Can you remember receivable income? We did these accounts, right? Investment income balance brought forward, there's 1,000. What වෙනවද අවුරුද්දේ investment income එක හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. කීයද? අවුරුද්දේ investment income එක හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා, right? 3,000. දැන් හැමතිස්සෙම trial balance එකේ තියෙන්නේ 3,000 හම්බෙච්ච ගන්න, right? cash වලින් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා 3,000, right? P&L එකට යන්නේ 4,000, right? 5,000. කියන්නේ 2,000 යනවා BCD හම්බෙලා නැති ගාන 2,000. Send me a thumbs up. හම්බෙලා නැති ගාන 1,000 නෙමෙයි 2,000. අපල I need the thumbs ups. මෙතන හිතන සර් එතකොට මේ මෙතන තියෙන investment income කියලානේ නෑ. I told you every time in trial balance if there are income expenses, if there is no any special case, trial balance එකේ තියෙන සල්ලි වලින් හම්බෙච්ච ගාන දාන්න බන්න thumbs up. හැමතිස්සෙම trial balance එකේ තියෙන income expense එක සල්ලි වලින් හම්බෙච්ච ගානයි ගෙවපු ගාන, right? Then you can see we have received from cash 3,000. Opening හම්බෙන්න දැන් ඔයාලට පේනවද closing අපිට ඇත්තට දැන් ඒ කියන්නේ අවුරුද්දට relevant ගාන 4000 3000 හම්බෙලා තිබ්බට ඒ 3000 වලින් 1000 හම්බෙන්නේ ගිය අවුරුද්දේ 1000 වලට. That's why remaining there is a 2000, right? Now when you are writing investment income, right? Remember, you write under other income as under other income you write as investment income, that is 4000 relevant for the period. The other income, go and write investment income, investment income 4000. Under current assets we write receivable investment income, how much is 2000. වඩ තව ටිකක් හොඳට තේරෙයි අපි ඊළඟ lesson එක කරාම, right? What is our next lesson? Our next lesson is incomplete record, right? This is the amount we record under P&L. This is the amount we record under SFP. Right. Next one. 10% annual interest must be paid on bank loan. Go and see our bank loan. How much? Bank loan obtained on 2018 October 1st. Right? 2018 October 1st. Right? Send me a thumbs up. Bank loan obtained on 2018 October 1st. Let's see bank loan interest. Right? 50,000, right? Annual interest is 10%. Annual interest is 10%, right? Annual interest is how much? That is 10%. But we have obtained it October 1st. We have obtained it on when? October 1st. So when we calculate the interest, remember, right? October, November, December, January, February, March. මාස 6කට තමයි interest එක මේ අවුරුද්දට ගෙවන්නේ. How much? 2,500. Bank loan interest should be payable 2,500, right? Bank loan interest should be paid 2,500, right? But how much we have paid? You can see we have paid bank loan interest. We have paid how much? 1,250. Send me a thumbs up. We have paid only 1,250. So bank loan interest relevant for the period is 2,500. So go and write under finance expenses, bank loan interest under finance expenses 2,500. But you can see under accrued bank loan interest liability. Out of 2,500, we have paid 1,250, right? 1,250. So 2,500 minus 1,250. You can see 1,250 we need to pay further. 1,250 we need to pay further. Send me a thumbs up. ගැම්මෙන් ඉන්න ඕනේ. ඉදි නෑ නේද? Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Do you know? Do you know the gaming? So all the adjustments done. I'll give you few minutes, right? ඔයාලා මොනවා හරි පෙන්වන්න ඕන නම් chat එකේ දාන්න සර් මේ කැල්ල පොඩ්ඩක් පෙන්වන්න කියලා මම ආයෙ පෙන්වන්නම්. දැන් මේ ටික මොනවාද? අපේ ට්‍රයල් බැලන්ස් එකේ නැති ටික අපි ගත්තේ නැති ටික දාන්න බලන්න. අරගෙන බැලන්ස් කරන්න බලන්න. right? දාන්න පොඩි වෙලාවක් දෙන්න. right? අපි ගත්තේ නැති ටික දාලා balance the trial balance. Take few minutes. Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? කරගෙන විනාඩි දෙකක් දෙන්නන්ත. Right? Right. Let's see. Let's record the remaining things. Right? Okay. Right. You can see purchases 245,007. You can see purchases, right? 245,007 done. Then opening inventory 185,190. 185,190 done. Advertising 20,370, right? Advertising expenses 20,370. Right? Then custom duty 24,480. That done the purchases. Because when we purchase the goods, we pay custom duty. How much? That is 24,480. 24,480. Done. Then carriage inwards 8,260. Carriage inwards 8,260. Right? Selling expenses 15,670. Distribution. Selling expenses, right? 15,670. Right? Then income tax. Now, what will happen about income tax? Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me, guys? Am I audible? Right? Can you hear me? Send me a thumbs up. Now, income tax. We don't pay income tax for the sole trader. Why? There is no legal person. So, income tax means this is owner's personal income tax, right? So, which means it's a drawing 20,730. There no income tax for the sole trader. Means we have paid income tax of the owner. So just correct order put the petal income tax of owner. Income tax of owner. We don't pay owners income tax, right? These owners income tax. So it's a drawing 20,730. Right? So edit under drawing 20,730. Petty cash 3,560. Petty cash, current assets. Petty cash 3,560. Done. Miscellaneous expenses 5,380. Goes to the other. Miscellaneous expenses 5,380. Then printing and stationery 9,190. Printing and stationery, how much? 8,190. Done. Drawings, you can see further there are drawings 41,520, right? Drawings further there is a 41,520. See, then transport charges 6,290. Distribution expense. Transport, you can see it goes to the distribution expenses. How much? 6,290. 290. Then return inwards. It record under where we deduct it from the sales. 2,790. Return inwards from the sales. Deduct. Return inwards. How much? That is 2,790. 2,790. Right? Then office expenses 43,100. Office expenses 43,100, right? Trade receivables, right? Then rent is 18,000. Rent is 18,000. Discount allowed is there. Distribution 3,200 is 3,200. 3,200. 3,200. Discount allowed is 3,200. Right? When we go to the credit side, these things done. Discount received 2,600. You can record under here discount received 2,000. It is another income. Trade payable 61,280. 61,280 done. Then capital පොඩ්ඩක් ඩිෆරන්ස් එකක් තියෙයි ඒ තාමත් අවුලන්නේ අපි ඇඩ්ජස්ට්මන්ට්ස් ඇත්තේ දැන් 448,810 balance and tell me කලින් ගණන් දෙකම balance වෙනවද කියලා මට බලලා කියන්න දාන්න බන්න thumbs up එක ඔක්කොම හැදුවේ නෑ මම balance කරන්නේ balance is up to you net profit add කරන්න balance වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් මට කියන්න just say balance not balancing කියලා මට ෆොටෝ ගාලා එපන් නම්බරේ තියෙනවා right ගන්නන්න මගේ නම්බර නම් balance වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් tell me let's see I'll check okay දැන් ලබන අද අපි පොඩි MCQ එකක් කරමු ඊළඟට and I'm not going to give any time when we start make sure to draw a format and come for the 28 27 right අපි 28 29 තව පොඩ්ඩයි තියෙන්නේ මේ ඔක්කොම කරමු try එකක් දෙමු ඔක්කොම VAT එක ගණන් දාන්න බාන්න thumbs up right I think we didn't do these MCQs am I correct well let's start these MCQs let me know if you have done these things do the MCQ number one. Just only one is enough. We don't have enough time, right? Let's see. Hello. right? Let's see, right? In a certain business, debtor balance as at 2016 December 31st was 390,000, and the debtor balance as at 2017 March 31st was 420. Right? 2016, 2017. Closing date 390, in here 420. During the 2000 accounting year, 2,500 was written off as bad debts and accounted for. If bad debts and doubtful debts are recorded in the same account, what amount should be transferred to the income statement for the year ended 2017 December 31st? The policy of is to maintain provision for doubtful debt 4%, right? 4%. So they are asking this year, right? So provision for allowance for doubtful debt, bad debts can allowance for impairment losses. The opening balance is last year closing balance, so it's 4%, right? You can see 390 to 4%. That is 15,600, 390,000, 390,000 into 4%, 15,006. So if the bad debts and doubtful debt record in the same account, right? Look here, right? So then impairment losses කියලා නෙන්නේ. Impairment losses එකට එනවා trade receivables කියලා, bad debts how much? 2,500, right? Okay. Now remember, debtor balance closing days 4,200. මේකේ කියලා නැහැ මේක කපලා නැහැ කියලා. මේකෙන් කපලා තියෙන්නේ 420,000 to 4%. මේක කියලා නැහැ that 420,000 is not after deducting the outful debt. Send me a thumbs up. 16,800. Can you hear me? ඉතර කියලා නෑ ඒක කපලා නෑ කියලා. Right? See, bad debts and accounted. Counted. So you can see 15,600 if we deducted, you can see 1,200. 1,200 goes to the impairment loss. Impairment. These allowance for impairment loss. 1,000, 1,200. So totally you can see it's 3,700 goes to the PNL. එකට නම් යන්නේ PNL එකට යන ගාන කීයද 3,700. We discuss many more questions. Send me a thumbs up. Remember අපි කලින් අර normally දැම්මට මේකට ඇවිල්ලා යන්නේ. Right? ඒකට ඇවිල්ලා යන්නේ, right? Not directly. Finish it and put raise hands fast. Finish it and put raise hand. Right. Others done. Netuka, Digna. Right. We are meeting this Sunday, and on this Sunday, I'll tell you the extra class plan. Right. I'll tell you about the extra class plan on this Sunday. Right. So finishing all the adjustments of the not-for-profit organization and starting the big tutorial questions. I think last time we discussed about donations. Others done. Netuka, Digna, all good. So we finish the main things, right? Okay, let's start on this Sunday, right? Let's continue this Sunday. Hope all good, right? Okay, thank you for the participation. Bye. Sarnai. God bless.
Thank you, sir.